Good to have the members of the Senate with us today. Thank you for being here. And good afternoon, everyone. We live in very uncertain times, and transformative change seems like the only constant these days. Social change, political change, technological change, climate change. Uncertainty is fertile ground for cynicism and doubt. And cynicism and doubt are barriers to progress. The question for all of us is what we do with this uncertainty. Do we have what it takes to come together and solve big challenges in this moment? 10 years ago, I sat in this chamber with a number of you. The Great Recession was upon us. Just think back to that moment. Our nation's economy was in free fall. Oregon's economy was also in decline. Many people lost their jobs, their homes, their security. Our state budget was in crisis. Think back to the sense of uncertainty at that time in our state's history. And look how far we have come today. We stepped up, we persevered. Our great state continues to have one of the strongest economies in the nation. And Oregon attracts more and more new residents every year. We are a beacon of hope for so many who see Oregon as a state where opportunity awaits. But let us not, however, be blind to the reality that still faces too many Oregonians. The recovery did not lift all boats. There continue to be families and communities who are stressed and struggling. To truly claim success, we cannot leave anyone behind. So how we come together now and address the new uncertainties facing us will define Oregon for generations. The question we must answer is clear. Are we ready to lead? I enter this new year with optimism. Voters rejected ballot measures that would have divided us and undermined our ability to succeed. Oregonians, I believe, are longing for us to tackle big challenges. Some of us, we all, have different views on what course we should take. But we cannot get lost in our differences. The stakes are far too high. So the question is, are we ready to put aside our differences and lead? Today, in these uncertain times, being an elected leader requires us to swim in a current of social movements. From Black Lives Matter to Me Too, we must listen and learn from what people are telling us. So the question is, are we ready to listen and to lead? We have arrived at a moment in these uncertain times where we have the rare opportunity to accomplish so much. And we can only make these strides by working together. We must be creative, we must be smart, and we must collaborate. Because while election cycles focus so heavily on what divides us, I remain committed to finding common ground. Because the ground on which we stand is so precious to all of us. We have an ambitious agenda, but I believe that this is the moment to be ambitious. The 80th Legislative Assembly has the potential to make historic strides for our state. The challenges we face are complex, but the opportunity to lead is before us. Housing, healthcare, climate, our schools. These things are our future. Communities throughout the state are struggling with our housing crisis. Now we have the chance to break down barriers to housing choices, as well as protect renters in an unpredictable market. We have said that broader access to health insurance is absolutely vital to the health of our communities. And now we have the chance to protect and improve access to health care and continue to fund Medicaid. Oregon is already experiencing the impacts of climate change, from wildfires to drought to rising sea level to ocean acidification, all of which are costing our state and changing our way of life. Now we have the chance to commit to our future and chart a stronger path to reducing our state's greenhouse gas emissions. And while we have fallen short in our commitment to our children and youth when it comes to public education, we are ready to do better. Now we have the chance to invest smarter with sustainable resources for better outcomes and long-term success. The way we tackle these things, these major issues, will define what we value as a state. It will define us as leaders. And so, are we ready? I believe we are. I believe this is our moment. And my friends, we cannot let it pass. Thank you very much.